Welcome, my lovely dears, to another definitely not in the mind maze session of Sunrise and Sunset. When last we left off, our glorious intrepid adventurers happened to make their way through the Lich's domain. They didn't know it was the Lich's domain until they met the individual, a real son of a Lich. After dispatching him, the party went a-scrambling, looking for his phylactery. As opposed to it hiding in his magnificent treasure hoard, it was sat in his desk, looking like the most fake, sequeous jewel of the collection. You're left with a large selection of magical items and a particularly large amount of the aforementioned treasure hoard, as well as rescued two individuals. One, a fairy, who has insisted that she will stay so that she can finally finish these fucking books, because she's been in the mind maze and has been therefore stuck on the same book for hundreds of years. The other individual has been in the mind maze since before the fall of the first Cambion capital of the world, and would like to hopefully find, if not the people, then relatives of the people who she knew once, who must have exodused to this brand new Velsia, with the falling of old Velsia, or as they probably called it back then, Velsia. Among those magic items, we happen to have the spot where I wish I'd left them all open so that I could just pull them up real quick. I did not. All right. The Circlet of Martial Mastery, which is pretty cool, pretty useful. The Ring of Blood Drinker's Cunning. You guys have a lot of weird shit. It's quite funny. The Lich's Control Rod. Got so many random things. The Trickster's Crown.
I do believe I was
I'm
borrowing
missing.
that for a bit.
Yeah,
you're
I know I'm missing one of these. What am I missing? I'm missing two of them. One is the Armor of Mage Shield.
Yeah, I think that was going to Winter. Did you ever find it?
I decided I'm not going to take it. I remembered Mage Armor does not interact with
Fair enough.
the Barbarian at all.
Oh yes, the most sensible top hat.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that was going to Khas as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I currently have the Lich Control Rod.
Yes. Who's taking the Circlet of Martial Mastery? Seems like a pretty good item for somebody to wield.
It seems like it should go like on a Ralu or something. That way she gets like an extra.
Ralu or me, the people with maneuvers.
Yeah.
I think it should go to Winter because I've got the maneuvers I want, and because of our level, I got an extra one. So
That's right. I forgot
the Trickster's Crown.
I forgot to get another one. Yeah.
Oh, I guess we both have the same. No, it's up to you, Winter, because I have what I want. I have Parry, Bodyguard, and Surefooting, and Fierce.
I have to look at the list. I forgot that was the level 9 thing.
Yeah. So.
And finally.
All right, the apple.
Speaking of which.
Oh right, hey Skow, Blood Drinker's Cunning there. Does you have to be fate bound to get like that ability part of it, or
The ability that is right there is always.
Fate bound this feature is secret. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The fate-bound feature that you get from wearing it while you're a vampire is hidden.
Right.
Yeah. Nah, I was taking that if I remember correctly.
What?
Go for it. I already get like it basically on all my stuff anyways.
Excellent. On top of all of that was a staggering amount of money, which has been put into your party loot.
Yep.
For, you have
423,000.
423,000 gold in your party loot. Very nice.
Divvy that up later.
Whilst you are picking through all of these goods, you realize that you have not found the other half of the puzzle box that might open the way to the Great Oasis.
Correct.
That
We're all
is,
still hunting.
yes, that is until the receptionist you rescued said that rod there was his key. It should open all of them. It was like a little back door he had.
Did we not? Why not? I thought
No,
she gave us it when she came out of the mirror.
yeah, she did. She dropped it in your hands.
Yeah.
Of course. You also have, that just controlled, which will inform you is a backdoor key.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Ralu specifically, because Ralu's still in the other room hunting.
I mean, you're all in.
No, Ralu stayed behind.
Oh, to go and rummage. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Then
Amxal-
yes, it would be to
Amxal
you that
with
she says
her
as
gear.
much.
Yeah.
You definitely gave him the ability to sneak into all the vaults he made. Don't know that the miser ever actually used that power because he'd be robbing really powerful wizards, but he had the power to do so.
Say, did the miser keep I don't know, transaction logs of where these vaults were going to?
I'm not in accounts payable. I don't know. If you can't find his invoices, then I have no idea. I imagine not, on the sole basis that most people who took those vaults were like, big, scary wizards trying to hide their secret works. I think that if there were a receipt, they'd be not happy. I mean, they'd also be furious to find out he has a backdoor into all their vaults, but, that's neither here nor there.
I mean, that's classic wizard things, You make something, you give yourself a way in,
Yeah. She will take another quaff from the bottle. You can continue tossing the place over. Now, of course, there are a large number of statues. Are you going to be pilfering all of the statues?
I'm taking at least the
They
Virgin
are
statue.
full of platinum. Which is
Yeah.
pretty useful.
Khas's plan is to take all of, at least the domain Pantheon ones, and donate them to the big cathedral in Dorito.
Yeah. Just to find out how long it takes, all of you, can I get like a party athletics test?
You got it, Chief.
Even if you aren't particularly good at it, assuming you help at all to speed things along. Oh no, yeah, that's tragic.
I don't know what you expected from me.
Oh, I mean, I expected more than is literally 0. Which is quite funny.
Ignore all those bonuses.
Yeah. Yeah, Catsup is not helping you bend your knees.
Nor do I have expert inspiration. Mive. Surely you... Okay, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Reasonable. Okay, so
I'm
the process of taking all of these statues out of their plinths and moving them up to the ship is... It turns out to be quite a tall order. You're able to do a couple at first, and you're thinking, this is a lot easier than I thought it would be. You're lifting whole statues. This is great. But then by the 4th statue, it's really starting to wear on you, and you guys hear an unpleasant clicking noise from Anai as her back goes. If you wish to collect all of the statues, it will take you somewhere in the realm of 8 solid hours of carrying work, which, I mean, that is 8 hours to quote-unquote make so much fucking platinum.
I mean,
But that's
Yeah.
up to you.
we're not
There's no reason not
cashing
to.
these statues out, but yes, I'm happy to put in the work.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just going to just look over to see like a dead fox in. I see Anai jump shot on the ground there. And like,
Yeah, yeah.
well,
And Anai has gone into the I lifted something too heavy prone position where you just lie flat and you try and flatten as much of your back as physically possible against the floor.
Did anyone...
Luckily, there are enough medical professionals that she's not dealt some kind of permanent lifting injury, which is nice.
I am not made for this.
Did anyone find the key? I've turned over everything I could.
Depends on what key you're asking for. If you're thinking about like general things, I have his control rod right here. I just lift my arm up from the floor, pointing the rod up.
Control rod. Is that for the vault in the Great Oasis?
The
Yeah.
tiefling receptionist you rescued will glance over and be like, well, yeah, the control rod works on all of them. But Anai does also have like the actual puzzle box tool to open it as well if she wanted to.
Also that one, which I will attempt. If we have a backdoor into it, but backdoor feels cheaty when I have the actual puzzle box to try and solve.
Could you hand it over, please?
Yeah, I'll pull out the puzzle box from the bag or whatever. Come over here.
Yeah, she's not getting up right now. The back is telling her that moving is bad. You can wander over to a prostrate fox and pluck it up.
I have a second request, and I am willing to beg. All of you, save me and Karin, are ageless, so the apple won't be useful for you, but it will give my mom another 10 years. May I have it?
take it.
Life gives you
Go
a big
for it.
old thumbs up. Absolutely.
Yeah, I guess.
I do not
Yeah.
like this fact of nature, but gnolls don't live that long, and she's already in her 40s.
If I could make a request about that, though.
Hmm.
Not that I'm opposed to giving it to your moms if we don't need it, but like, maybe we hold on to it just in case one of us gets an arm lopped off or something. Or, I don't know, my penis gets melted by an ooze.
But
What are
we
the
know
You
odds
want to get
that
your
way, that
penis
actually is pretty
trapped in a
high.
vault door.
You know, that's actually pretty
But-
high odds. I was gonna say what are the odds, but knowing you, that's actually relatively high.
But we know gods and a cleric.
Yeah, I'm saying we might have a look. I think Khas is saying we just hang on to it until we've finished with this god matter and aren't like imminently throwing ourselves into danger. Your mom isn't about to like clock it in the next couple of months, right?
No,
Otherwise, I mean, I'm totally happy for you to have it. It's just,
Yeah.
it'd be nice to have a lifesaver in the pocket.
that's fine. I guess at the end of our little adventures here, but I would like to claim it.
Yes, that's
Thanks.
fine. Like I said, as long as no one needs it to like avoid imminent, maiming or death.
And if that ends up happening, I'm sure we can find another way to help your mum.
Hmm.
Somehow. I promise, in fact. Fucking Yamcha face.
The fact that we used it in Superman is like peak.
It's pretty great.
Also, do you tell Ralu what the rod does?
We just did.
Yeah, the extra feature on it. She'll
Really?
mentioned that there is a secret to that thing that allows you to like a backdoor vaults and otherwise control them. Does anyone among you have a legend law?
No, I still have to find that spell or get it learned in a place.
Yes. Yes.
Karin, do you have a legend law? Would you like to cast a Legend Lore on the Lich's Control Rod?
Yeah, but she's doing it the neutral. She's doing it the clean way. Because I wanted to do like I wanted to say smoke weed every day and then just cast Legend Lore, but she doesn't do drugs.
Yeah.
So she's doing it with nice harmony, like fucking Tibetan music and incense.
Oh yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
that.
Yeah, you got another one of those, the rain balls, the ones they swirl the little chime
Yeah.
round inside.
Oh man, that sounds so good.
They are very soothing. Yeah, okay, yeah, you can absolutely, like, you watch as Karin pulls out this little kit, little bronze ball, and a little metal chime, and a little stick with a bell on it, and she begins to cast. Are you willing to spend 250 gold?
Yes.
You know, if
you
that's
can
not going to
have
break
that.
the bank for whatever reason.
Yeah, because I made
Yeah.
sure for these fucking moments to stock up on so much fucking instance, the magical fucking bullshit that I have and been prepared. Use it.
Next game, though, I'm forcing you to keep everything that you own on your actual character sheet because that's not going to fly next to campaign. I want to actually be able to see the thing, otherwise it will be assumed that you do not have that. No
What,
matter
you
where
don't
you've
write down
written
everything
it,
you
that
have on your
isn't-
character sheet?
No,
Yeah,
she
you
keeps
really-
a
I have
separate
everything.
text document for it.
Yeah, I keep because then I just use window key R, and then just type.
I know.
The type.
In
R
in
the
Hedrah's
text pops
defense,
up.
bio doesn't really have et cetera thing.
Yeah, but you
What?
can put it in anything. There's a treasure section. You can just put all of your shit in there if you need to keep a more exclusive list than your backpack.
Look, I have
like
like a 60-page chunk of like shit the Lupine Dynasty owns in Warhammer. It's all in a Google Doc, but I just gave Mers the document. Like she can just look at it
I mean, that's
herself.
fair.
That's a good point. All right, I will just make sure that I always have a view request on it so that I can vet you in.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, give me a second to put this up. This rod functions as a master key, opening any puzzle vault, including ones no longer belonging to the Lich. It can also be used to collapse a vault, immediately slaying all creatures inside, ejecting all constructs and items, and refunding 10% of the crafting material costs. This morning at somewhere around 4:30 a.m., I was still in the groggy throes of vaguely waking up earlier than I should be when my brain suddenly kicked me in the nuts and said, "Hey, remember that control rod? It would be kind of fucked if you prepared a whole dungeon and then they used it because they did Legend Lore it." So I decided to open the DM's curtain and just inform the party that that was on the table so that I didn't end up potentially wasting an entire afternoon.
I really don't want to collapse the place.
I see.
I will.
However, not your call, it is Ralu's call.
This is true.
Please send that to me. After great grandmother is done with it, I promise it will return to your care.
All right.
Thank you kindly.
Boy, no.
All right.
Unless there's
I am-
anything else that you want to do, it takes you the rest of the day and probably some of the following morning to get all of the statues sequestered on board, even with your quite reasonable cargo hold. It's difficult to store these because they're statues and they're all like on pose, like positioned and standing. It's not like you can stack them like their material weight in metals unless you decided to break them down or melt them from being statues.
I would like to ask was Khas. If he would like to host some of these statues in his fuck pad.
You mean in
Yeah, that is
my-
true. You could also save pace by like just standing a bunch of the statues up inside the fuck pad. It
And
would be
that's where I
easier
live.
by a long way than trying to cram them sideways in a cargo hold.
I will put the Damsa one down there, sure.
My fuck pad. Oh, Python.
Okay, you know what? Yeah. You gotta make sure they can see each other too.
Yeah. We're gonna have to place them by the side of the bed, looking over it across.
They have
each
to
other.
watch, you know?
They gotta
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
What's the cowgirl one? What's her name?
Embla?
Allie!
Which one?
Yeah, no, it's Embla
Yes.
is the cowgirl.
Embla, goddess
Yeah, I mean-
of life, is the cowgirl, but then there is also the 3 cows of chastity and purity, the virgins.
Which I'm taking. So,
Plump,
Oh, they were
sweet, and
cowgirls.
begging for cream.
yeah, they were cowgirls.
The
Yeah.
Khassid are shown as like haunted, pretty images reminiscent of Embla with sunshine gold hair.
I love how her nips covered up by the little token.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
Peak.
fucking perfect.
God, I love Moira art.
It's so good.
Yes, Moe is the best.
Would think it'd be funnier saving having them in like the wizard tower or in like the manor house for those three.
That's
Savin, out of character, would suggest put them in your, like, wizard tower so they can fuck up your magic real good. That would be funny.
That would be pretty funny. And it's gonna be historical archiving, you know. This is a piece of history.
Yep, biblically accurate shit disturbing.
All right,
Cass will be like, please, for the love of God, don't put that near you. You're already touched by them.
Please show Hagen where the Kinathis touched you.
You can't show Hagen that. You can't flash Hagen.
Look, I think Hagen would have a very sad time
Hey,
seeing like
oi,
the virgin
oi.
statue again.
I
No,
think-
no, no, no.
Wait.
I think
No. Counter. What the fuck? Don't flash Hagen. Fucking Hagen flashed the ever living fuck out of Karin, turned her fucking brown, and blinded her.
True, you did fail that test pretty hard in the best way.
Counterpoint.
kind
Yeah,
You
fuck-
can't flash Hagen where the Kinathis touch you because the sun don't shine there.
That's
That's a
true.
good point.
Ah.
You know what? I
Ah.
hadn't considered that. That's very true. I
Yeah,
take it
okay.
back completely.
I do
It's
think like,
impossible. A logical fallacy.
yeah, I do think Hagen would be pretty sad seeing like this statue again, being reminded of how they were.
Maybe.
I wouldn't say it was very logical fallacy, but
I would say it's a logical fallacy. A nice hogged up. We failed
Yeah,
some saves in this dungeon. How big's
stupid.
your slanger now?
Let's see here. We are at 11. inches.
11-inch. You have an 11-inch trench digger. You're a tripod. I'm going to start calling you kickstand.
I only failed one save in here anyway.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
yeah, but you just put it. Here's the thing. You just put a cap on it, and then you just can just put it down and just lean back, like a tiny shoe on the end of it.
A little shoe. Oh, it's nightmarish.
That's
But
nice.
propped up like a fucking telescope.
You just sit
No.
down like, ah, yeah,
Because it's not, it's not as long as her legs. So yeah, she'd be like, she'd be telescoping diagonally into the sky. Oh, the kickstand.
yeah, you said it was a kickstand, so
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, goodness. All right.
anyway.
Conversation of a nice penis aside, you do manage to get everything on the ship in the end. A lot of it has a lot of value. And also, you pick up a lot of just fucking gold. whole shitloads of it. I would a metric shitload, not an imperial shitload, a metric shitload of gold. If
A
you're an
metric
imperial
fuck
shitload,
ton.
of course, you would have to give it to royalty, as we all know.
Yeah. I prefer metric fuck ton.
A metric fuck ton is pretty good, but a metric fuck ton has a requirement as far as like carrying volume and delivery. A shitload insinuates that you're unable to actually carry it because it is scattered about everywhere. And it was a treasure room, it sure was. Scrooge McDucking up the room.
Oh yeah, that is true. But
The hold of your ship is fucking full to the brim with valuables.
I hope that Lich broke his hands whenever he tried to Scrooge McDuck in that area.
First thing every person with a fucking gold pool does is give themselves a concussion.
you know, like given how fucking loaded we are, and given the amount of shit that we have, we really should put this in, our
Or what?
sorry. Put it in our place where we go. Main city.
The
Don't
bank.
eat
Dorodoro. I mean,
The Bank of
Oh
Dorado?
yeah, the Bank of Las Dorado.
I mean, there is a branch of the bank in the Great Oasis. Remember, because we talked about it before. Banks are amoral, so they opened up a thing in the Great
Yeah,
Oasis
they
a
don't
while
give a
ago.
shit. Money's
They don't
money.
give a Money's
So-
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can drop off
drop
the
it
Great
off.
Oasis and get promissory notes that can be redeemed in Las Dorado.
Okay, most big, most deep
I
breath.
get it.
Yes, we
Mostly
get it.
because invest in stronghold. There we go.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, you could
Because now we
certainly do
have-
that.
Now we
Yeah.
have now we have money, so we can
Lots of
use
money.
money to invest to get more money.
Money. The dream.
And we're going to the Oasis and
Did anyone else hit the Star Spangled Banner as she said? We have money. We can invest
No.
it for money.
No, we can invest it
Have
for
you
money.
considered, though, we take all 420 grand and we put it on red at the casino?
You know what?
Savin,
For
you
your
can deal with
party,
your
I
share.
will allow you to do that. But what I'm
No.
going to make you do is get a camera and physically record yourself flipping a coin.
No. You can do it with your share, but my share of that, you're not doing it with. If you want to take like your 50,000 of it and embed it all on red, bygones, do it.
Who was the NPC who was with us when we went down there?
Which one? You mean like of our
Who
companion
was
ones?
the yeah, of our companions, because we
Just
split it with the
Maeve.
people.
May.
Yeah,
Mine
Maeve
was
and-
down there. You didn't have anyone else.
That was it, I think.
It's on a May.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ways.
I mean, don't. But yeah, we're not in a place.
No,
where
no,
we're
I-
splitting it.
We're not
It's
there
just
yet.
figuring out what
I'm
the
just
cut is.
asking how much the cut would be if it was
Okay,
just
yeah.
if we
Yeah, what was it?
split it
How
down the
much was
middle.
48. What was it?
423.
42. Okay, so that's 60.
If we split it 7 ways, it's 60,000 gold each. Well, 6,500 basically.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, if you want to put 60,000 gold on red, I'll let you do it.
Hell yeah.
But I expect it to be done with the proper amount of pomp and circumstance. So you have to record it being done and show me it as it happens. Because I think that is much more fun.
Figure out how to live stream to my phone. Just throw
It's just
throw its
share-
quarter at Tasha.
I think it's probably
Yeah.
just a share screen on the phone for it, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, you probably could.
Fucking Discord.
Yeah. Regardless, as long as you find a way, I will absolutely let you do so. Because, yeah, I like the the idea of betting hilarious quantities of money, I just wanted to feel like it means something a little bit more than just hitting the 1d2, you know?
I'm
If you
just
really
saying,
wanna-
we could bet it all on red.
You could.
If you really want to get fun with the Savin,
And it
if
would
you-
have been on red. However,
well.
not using the dice roll.
I-
As I say, like that had a 0 pomp and circumstance, which it doesn't vibe with me. That had no weight when you rolled that at all. I want you to have to have gotten to some effort, gotten out software and been like, okay, how the shit do I do this? All right, I'm finally ready. And then results.
Get like an actual
Either
virtual,
120 grand or fucking nothing.
get an actual virtual roulette wheel, have all like 21 on there. Bet it
Nah,
all
I'm
on
pretty
that.
sure if you use those fucking virtual roulette wheels, your fucking computer is crippled by malware and crypto
Oh, that's
mining
true. That's
bots.
probably true. You're right.
So are we splitting that up right now?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just figuring
We'll,
out that.
Any
we'll
particular
split it
reason
up when
not
we
to?
get to the Great Oasis, but I guess there's not. Yeah, go ahead.
We literally
delete
just
it.
did the
Everyone
math.
just
We
add it.
fucking might as well put it on your sheets.
Yeah,
Alright,
we
Yeah,
can do
sure.
this now.
Yeah, all right. All of you add 60,428 gold to your sheets. I will add that this is not money in platinum. This sure isn't gold. It is a crippling weight of money to be carrying around right now.
Yeah, and most of Ralu's money is in the bank anyway, so guess where's that going?
Yeah, but it can't.
Well, I
yeah,
could-
once we're there, we can add it to the bank.
So,
Everyone,
now that you all have a lot to lose, how about some travel rolls?
Yeah.
As your ship is laden down with goods, I would also like you to show me your route. Are you going to be cutting straight through the Heartlands, past of Vittoria's Dream and onwards to the Great Oasis? Are you going to be skirting
No,
closer to Dead God Mountain? You're backing up to New Velsia first, I hear.
Yeah, we have to go
Well-
make the evil Twink pay, Skow.
Do
Of course,
right,
you're
yeah.
right. That's
is
a very
there-
good point. All right, we'll hold off on the travel roll then, because
Oh.
3 squares is not very exciting.
Does
Uh,
New Velsia-
There's not much I can do to you in the 3 squares.
does
Is there a
New
Dora
Velsia-
Dora Bank in New Velsia?
I was about to ask that myself.
Does what, sorry?
Is there
there-
a Dora Bank in New Velsia?
There absolutely must be a Last Doradin bank.
Well,
in
then
New
we'll
Velsia.
just put our money there then.
Yeah, I would like to
Yeah,
bump up my account.
Steal my fund. No, they could still try and rob your promissory notes, I suppose.
That's
Fucking
but-
good luck.
I know, right? They don't have a good odds, but you know, if you all like miraculously completely thunderfuck up a travel roll, you just lose that shit. Doesn't mean it doesn't even get stolen. You just fucking lose it. You're like that person who fucking lost a £2 million worth of crypto in a fucking landfill.
God, that's a terrible story to think about. It must haunt
That's
him.
that guy has finally given up. It made news when he was like, "I'm done. I can't do this anymore."
My
I
favorite
quit."
It's gotta
story
haunt him
is-
every day. For
Yeah,
it.
that's gonna never. That's
So,
psychic
in-
damage.
In 2013, I went to a Halo tournament, and so I won that one. So I won $200. Guess what the third place dude got?
2
10
Bitcoin.
crypto coins.
He got 50 crypto coins.
Fuck.
He got 50 Bitcoin, and this was in 2013. And
Oh.
we all made fun of him. I haven't kept in touch with the dude. The dude was named Alfredo, by the way. Awesome
Well,
name.
Alfredo is fucking rich as a motherfucker.
Yeah. It reminds me of like early StarCraft prizes, right? Like for their tournaments, they gave like
Wasn't
fifth
it like
place to
100
10.
Bitcoin?
yeah, something like that. They gave like 5th place to like 10th
Yeah.
place, like 100 like Bitcoin each.
Because remember, back then it was worth cents.
Yeah, it was worth
so
like fuck all. It's very, very funny how life be.
I got $200 and Halo Xbox, and I was just like, hey, Alfredo. You
The
suck."
absolute winner of Suck It, Alfredo.
Get fucked, Alfredo.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Speaking of which, Skow, I think between sessions, Khas had asked Maya to do the big pray to Papa Hagen about this situation.
Yes. Well, in order to prepare for this moment, she is going to get the big Hagen statue and place it center deck. And make sure that this is timed with the immediate rising of the sun. She'll look to you, Cass. What should I ask?
Yeah, what does he want us to do with Venti? Should we go kill him or leave him alone or what?
I'm almost afraid to ask. But okay. She will strip herself down to the nothings, as is classic tradition, which, excellent to watch, I'm sure. Glorious, bathed in sunlight rising over the oceans. Just a horizon away. She is looking fantastic. Oh yeah, you get her glistening.
Yeah, she's got to
There
catch
is a
the morning
precedent.
light.
There is a precedent for this. You have discovered that it is actually an ancient practice for early Haganites to oil themselves up, nudely prostrating themselves before their god with the rising sun, and from that prostrate position, slowly rising to their feet, arms Y-posed to represent the glorious rising sun. And she does so. At which point she closes her eyes and prays. Give me a religion test.
Okay. Can
Does
she
have
be
it?
assisted from the
Yeah, you
statue?
oiled her up. You gave her glistening, and she's got this great big glorious platinum statue that is a material component for casting divine rituals with.
Hell yeah. Oh, I have third level spells now. That means I can do a D8 bardic die.
Nice.
Alright, Mime, don't fuck this up.
She is performing this with advantage. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
28.
That's pretty good.
28.
28.
Yeah. You swear that even though her eyes are closed, that there is this shimmering golden light beneath her lids, as though she might see through them regardless. It's not dissimilar to the glow you saw when you crammed a god shard in a collapsing lead mine. This like immediate divine eminence just washing over her, and you can see all like the tension just like completely bleed out of her. It's been a stressful time, I'm sure, for all, and you watch as she is just like soul deep receives a nice pleasant soothing. If she had points of corruption, she would lose them. In this case though, she just feels sated. Her soul is feeling really sated. And as she finishes slowly exhaling and still carrying with her divine glow, she, that relaxed expression turns to a mildly perplexed one, and she says, Hagen said to trust our own judgment when we see for ourselves.
Khas just flops over on his side. Ow.
Yeah, apparently doesn't want to weigh down in matters of such visceral ancient life and death. And then when I asked why this hasn't happened yet, Hagen pointedly did not tell me. Not because he didn't know, he just didn't want to tell me. I think it's because we'll probably figure it out, or maybe we're not meant to. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see.
Alright, well. It was worth a shot.
I hope you enjoyed the show. I feel incredible right now.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I just got done with that like big massage parlor that also feeds you treats and sushi the entire time.
Oh, we gotta go back there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I am currently recording this in my memory.
Oh yeah. She'll turn around so Hagen's glorious statue stood in its magnificent pose is like framing her, basically, where the statue's arms are up in the glorious Y pose. It looks almost as though these wings of platinum are being held up above her. And she will make sure that you get the most beatific smile to really burn the image of her into your memory. And as opposed to functioning, I imagine that you've got your legs up on like the traction bands hanging from the ceiling for your back, and you're just covered in hot water bottles, going fuck.
Yeah, maybe.
But you will loosen up. And yeah, this is like at the crack of sunrise, so I don't know how many others were here to pay witness. But yeah, Knife makes it look good.
Arrow.
Arrow. Yeah, I imagine Karin would have wanted to see it too. And then yeah, similarly,
Oh, yeah.
Karin, you are face to face with this glorious, radiant mask femme angel. Just a very handsome lady. Jacked and oily and shiny. And you can also see, you know, like the divine unburdening that she has clearly just gone through. Although she hasn't received answers, she has left behind some concerns.
Well, I guess we're gonna go talk to fucking Venti.
Should we just like she'll gesture like the horn crown? Put that on and take a fucking sneaky peeky and see if he's secretly made of evil super juice.
I mean, that's my plan.
Okay. What kind of disguise are you gonna use to go with it then?
I kind of really wasn't. I'm just gonna go say hi.
Does it work without activating it?
It doesn't say you have to, it just says well worn.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. And yeah, she will put the band on you and be like, look how horny you are.
Do I see through any illusions around me, Skow?
Let's see. Yeah, you are on deck in the middle of, well, just barely post sunrise.
Congratulations, you see through your wife's disguise.
You do wait, no, you do see some illusory fragments that appear to be hanging off of your ship, and occasionally they just sort of like seethe and swirl and whirl around. They're like little fragments of broken pinks and purples and golds. It's kind of hypnotic.
Pretty.
So, after we're done dropping off our passengers, is the plan to confront the possibly evil Twink?
Yeah, I guess.
Looking like it.
I'd like all of you to be there, but like,
I
want to do
Given
some some investigation before we go talk to him. You know.
Given his reputation, I refuse to let you go alone. I will be there armed and armored, but
You can be in the area, but like, Ralu, I love you, but you can't help with sneaking into places.
correct. Just be careful. If he's guileful enough to even trick the ancients to a point where he's even known to us, he probably can beguile you.
I mean, arguably he already did, but that's... eh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
She says happily.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Alright, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Captain of the bridge.
Yeah. You guys can continue making way back to New Velsia. By this point, many of the visitors are now absent. Firen's camp has vanished, which does also unfortunately mean that Elaine is absent as well. Is back on your ship. This agent's thoroughly wiped off.
And also, over the
There we
course
go.
of those few days, does Karin have, uh, she won the roll-off, so, what is she gonna do with the soulstone?
Putting it into a weapon that hits the target and stops us from being able to heal.
Correct.
It's a really, really good thing.
There's probably 250 like stuff of like incense and fragrance in this town still, right?
Almost certainly, yeah.
Okay. Would Karin be willing to do a legend lore and like tell me things from it?
Is it one of those underwear, legendary underwear things you got it in?
No. It's
Okay.
I've got like something on my mage armor thing here. I've got the
Okay,
Soulstone of
okay.
Vara, and I've had the secret for like honestly, what, 30 sessions or something like that? Maybe longer?
He hasn't been in
Okay.
anything.
Yeah. Can do that.
Wonderful.
God, what's that dude's? Shit. You type the name of that soulstone. My God, I have so like I just opened my fucking monster
It's right
folder
there,
and it
Soulstone of Vara. That's the name you gave me.
that was okay. Your fucking shtick because I left it on the mob and it's in my archive and the archive goes for so many pages.
Oh, well, sorry, Skow.
Oh, it's fine.
Maybe you cut out, or maybe my thing cut out. What are you doing with the soulstone, Hedrah?
She put in a weapon.
Yeah, she didn't say what weapon.
I'm looking at the most deadliest being ever.
I'll be why I couldn't find it. It's Avera, not Ivara.
Vara. Oh,
That doesn't help. Are you giving it to Khas?
I
No,
thought
no,
it
they,
was Vara.
like
I
put
thought you
it.
were on the
Sorry,
armor.
like put it cat. Like it's so fucking good at home. But the soulstone. Can we slap that into your side?
Yes, that's what I wanted it for. But like,
Okay.
I'm not gonna take something that you won.
Hey,
Forget about
Forget about it. It's not important.
it. Forget about it. Hey.
like I asked if it was if we could put it into it. You said yes. Okay, then we're putting into that. There's no need to put the other words afterwards.
Okay.
You don't need to make excuses or be like humble and being a nice person about it and like kind. I said yes.
Fine then. Fuck you. Give it to me.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Suck it, you fucking whore.
Wow.
Well, Hedrah
There.
didn't want me to be nice about it.
Yeah.
But also, to upgrade the scythe requires a religious ritual, like the last time.
Oh, is that some of the expertise in religious rituals? Why, yes, it's the cleric.
Of course you can buy a big hat.
I want to buy a big hat for Ken.
Oh, that's not a big hat.
Yeah.
That's a huge hat.
Hell
Like,
Get
Because
him a
he's
custom.
huge.
Get him a custom Stetson.
yeah.
Like half a fucking cowgirl that I got upstairs. That'd be fucking cool, though. Oh, what's the name of the Dimadone hat?
Doug Dimmadome hat.
Demo.
Yes,
The most magnificent
Yes.
top hat. The Doug Dimmadome.
The hat that is always
Yes.
that is so large it is always
It's
off screen.
always the tip of it
Oh.
off screen, no matter how zoomed out you are.
That's actually a really cool ability there.
It's like that. It's like the wizard hat that is always the biggest one in the room.
Yep. Or the goddess whose tits are always the biggest in the room.
So Embla, okay.
And I believe that was actually. Did you pull that joke in your game, or was it an Ember one I made?
David.
I remember Savin's fertility goddess is bigger than every statue made of her.
That's right. Yes, she outsizes every statue ever made of her. Walking around looking like a Venus, but more.
Yeah. Just that slightly before.
You have to be
We're all
really
big
careful
fans of
with the
more.
proportions. The sacred measurements.
Yeah, but that hat you need to get Ken. Is his name Ken?
Yes, his name is Ken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
Ken.
more
You
time
need to
he's
get Ken. Yeah, you need to get Ken that hat, like the Demon Diabadon hat, but for ogre size, like ogre size. Because he handles cattle, remember?
Yes, he does have a range. That's why. That's kind of
Yes.
why I was thinking about it.
Yes. That's perfect. Wait, boats?
Yeah, Seven's a couple. You know, just as you do.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh,
my
right.
big yacht and the little scout courier mailboat.
Oh yeah, you're at ends that fight sell a boat.
We still have to
and
sell
it's-
the boats.
Sell,
Yeah.
I think, keeping them at this point.
I think Cass is keeping them.
He tried to sell them, and then all of this happened. So this time, Mivus went, "You aren't allowed to do
Maybe
any
not. Sell them.
no boat
See-
purchase stuff in this city. We can't afford for this to happen again."
No.
See, I tried to sell a boat, but ended up killing 2 gods.
God, and then some gods died. It was a whole thing. So I've decided to name this male skiff Consequences.
See, it's just the Harumi boat.
Yeah. Unforeseen Consequences is also a fucking sick name for a yacht.
Oh man. Okay, yeah, that's the name of that yacht now.
Which one?
The big yacht.
The yacht is being named the Unforeseen Consequences.
Is the boat
Yeah.
man?
Button, sorry, Rich.
I was just saying unforeseen consequences. That's a level in Half-Life. So is Cass's boat Captain G-Man?
No, it's the free folk celestial undead. Hell yeah, collect them, get them keywords.
I'm going to
Yeah,
name
I
the
don't-
little boat Whoopsie.
Whoopsie is pretty
Whoopsie.
sweet. Honestly, it's pretty fucking cool. I love it.
I don't foresee this happening, but it's neat to know.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious to try to say that. Why is it called Whoopsie? Well, you see, I tried to sell it and then just tell the story.
Yeah,
And
it's a
that's how 2
conversation
gods
starter.
died.
It is a conversation piece for sure.
It's a domino
Yeah.
effect for that boat.
It's like when you have a boat, it's just like a lady's name, and then they ask you, "Who's that lady?" And your answer can't just be, "I don't know, I like the name." That's not gonna fly. You named a boat it. Clearly, you've done a story. Who's Charlene? Okay, so cycling back around to the fake reality we are partaking in here. You return to New Velsia, and some of you peel off to go shopping. Loam in particular is going to go and purchase a big hat, which is, you know, it's pretty sweet, honestly. You can get a really big hat if you want to. No red pilling here. Do you have access to holy water? Yeah. You can milk Mive if you want to. I'm sure I'll ask you that you have to milk something else first. And to be milked in return. It's important.
Oh, no.
Otherwise it doesn't work as good. It's just how that goes. I don't make the rule, I do make the rules. And that's the rule. Yeah, okay. So, Khas, while Ralu and Mive are getting up to a milky mess, you have the opportunity to slink over to the Omnitheist Chapel. Any kind of preparations you are making before making your approach, I suppose, just in case? Seems
Rather
pretty fair to
than
ask.
relying on like the illusion disguise, I'm gonna actually just alter self myself today.
Okay. What kind of appearance are you gonna be wearing?
Khas is going to take on the form of the most like nondescript like John Caravan guard there's ever been.
Ah, it's you, James Bond. The original concept, that is, not the amazing action agent. The idea of just picking the most name ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright. Okay, John Caravan. You are gloriously average. It is
I'm mediocrely average, please.
Yeah.
Modestly average in every respect.
Modestly average in every respect. I want that on my fucking gravestone.
John Middle Slider.
Yeah. John Middle Slider.
That is a fucking John Middle Slider. It just says default body type 1 is what it says on your fucking passport. Okay. So, John Middle Slider, you make your approach to the Omnitheist Chapel. Now, the horn hat is not subtle. It's a brilliant gold horn, and it's being used for its intended illusory disguise. So how are you going to play the horn off if you're, you know...
I have a head wrap, like a turban, because I am a caravan guard in the desert, you see.
That's a tall fucking turban, but okay. Give me either a deception or a disguise test, regardless. A disguise test is more than just what you're wearing. It's also, you know, how you present your disguise, how you act your way. So, yeah.
Sure.
I think deception or disguise is fine.
Oh, I'm not actually good at this. I do have a +1, that's true. But... Alright, well, take a 20.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Alright. Yeah, you fit in quite well. You find, like, a turban that sits quite comfortably. You know, it's not too tight, not too loose. It's tall enough just barely to cover the horn, but not really tall, because people would look at you and be like, who's that guy with a really tall turban? You just about nail it. You wouldn't want that. In case they'd notice you for your big turban.
Oh, just slightly above average turban.
It's just a modestly... Clearly that's what you were, you know, you stepped out of your comfort zone and got a slightly larger than normal turban. Ever so barely. And you're like, ooh, aren't I exciting?
Everyone knows the larger the turban, the more you're compensating, you know?
Yeah, so you can't get too big of one.
Yeah. So, turban in a place, John Caravan, you approach the chapel. And actually, it's probably a little bit of a strange walk. With your ability to see through illusions, you see that the world around you is more commonly faceted in illusions in the first place. Like a couple of people don't appear to be wearing any makeup, for instance, but without the horns and gaze, they would appear as though they were perfectly made up and clean and ready and going about their day. But there are a lot of people just like schlubbing and making use of probably one of those cantrip ones that just allow you to do your makeup in the morning, something like that. Like, there are lots of these modest uses of illusion on the way, and it's probably a little disorienting, honestly. Every time you look over someone who has even a small illusion on you, you're seeing this superimposition.
Spoopy.
Yeah. In the cases of really small changes, it's probably more disconcerting than the opposite, because when you look at someone and they're ever so slightly different because of like makeup or they're hiding their crow's feet, like those kinds of things, like their superposition is really close to their original look, but you can sense that there is a difference present and kind of makes a lot of people uncanny. And you see one person who is clearly like a 5 foot tall lady, and you can see their illusory superposition is like a foot taller and male, and like they look like a perfectly normal frame standing over them with a secondary shadow. Illusions that we would see in video games, you know, like just a hovering, shimmering shape on them instead. That's probably a lot less disconcerting because it's such a obvious and big difference.
Well, luckily, normal Norman is completely inflappable because he doesn't see anything, and therefore there's nothing wrong.
You're bereft of flap. Your flat fields are fucking barren. You had a terrible flap drought, you see.
So it's like the illusion guy trying to catfish someone, or what's happening there?
Good question. You would have to stop this person in the street and ask them, Miss, why are you disguising yourself as a 6 foot tall man?
Oh,
I ain't about
not
to
the
say
most
somebody's
stealthy
yum.
sorry. I thought it was the inverse of that. Like the guy was illusioning himself to be.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it appears to be a woman walking around with like the shimmering, illusory shadow of a man, like on top of her currently walking around body.
Okay.
The reverse is probably possible. Well, I mean, the reverse is possible. You've certainly seen illusions done like that before. That's not what you're looking at there. Yeah,
I will
you
not bother them.
yeah, you do not shake this lady down. Continue. The Omniface Chapel is busy. It's probably like 10 in the morning, which is honestly a pretty good time to come visit by, offer a little prayer on your way to wherever it is you're going and what you're doing. There are a lot of shops. The hub is right here. Like, it's smack in the middle of a lot of just a busy parts of the city. And you can see at the center of the chapel giving not a full-blown sermon, but is, I guess, delivering like smaller hymns to probably a selection of 5-6 people who have come to chat with him. And as you look at Venti, you are not struck with subtle superposition, like you saw with people with their crow's feet and their makeup, like their little subtle differences. Looking at Venti, you don't just see like an uncanny, oh, that guy has fangs. You are looking at a withered husk of a man with eyes that are burning with unbelievable hunger. Scars have been rent deep into his face, underneath his eyes and across his cheekbones, as though claws are dug in and scratched their way down towards the jawline. You can see that there are deep wrinkles just about everywhere, like sallow and drained. His clothing is hanging off of like withered ribs and paper skin. He looks like he is looking like a not freshly exhumed corpse, a long exhumed corpse. He looks like he has been pulled out of a tomb and then someone stole all of his mummy wrap. He doesn't look good.
Yeah, Withers from Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes, it is very, very Withersian. Very Mumra, yes. He is in terrible shape, and those eyes are constantly burning as they look around, unbelievably hungry. For a moment, you could swear those eyes lock with you meaningfully until you can see that the superposition that rests upon him is the perfectly normal smiling face of Venti, and he will incline his head towards you in a polite bow as he's going about his hymnal.
Yeah, Castle. Norman will try and return the bow and then return to looking inconspicuous.
Yeah. You become one with the background. Watch this large piece of starving jerky give us a...
I think Cass is taking a little bit of sanity damage, going, that thing fucked my butthole. Oh, no.
Yeah, you did kind
no.
of get tagged by stretched ET.
That's a terrible mental image.
Yeah.
All right,
That ain't great.
we both played Call of Cthulhu roll 2d4. Let's see what your sanity damage is.
We actually have a sanity meter in this game. We've never used it, but we have one.
Yeah.
My God, almost as much as what I roll.
Yep. This isn't consequences of Cass's thoughterry. This is just, man. I gotta lay off the booze. Oh, fuck.
What do you mean by actions have consequences?
Again, it's not even a consequence. It's just a regret.
What do you mean by actions have regrets?
And Cass just goes... just turns into the fucking ash mummy. No!
Okay.
As you
I think
stand there and watch him go through his sermon, you realize like he keeps glancing over towards you, and your heartbeat has started pumping like quite loudly. You can hear it in your ears.
Well, it's time to do what plenty of normal people do during sermons. Get bored and leave.
Yeah,
Because,
excellent.
Venti can't fucking just stop doing his sermon, so that gives me plenty of time to just exunt.
Yeah, absolutely. You just walk away. I imagine even not. You just shrug and leave. And yeah, the moment you pass like this invisible 10-meter barrier, like the sensation of your blood pumping loudly in your ears goes away.
Okay.
if that makes your heart just stop. Oh no. Don't.
No, it's just, stop fucking trying to
Actually,
pound his way
before
out
I
of his chest.
whole ass leave, I'm gonna try and
Yeah.
detect magic on my boy Venti here. Just see what's going on.
Okay.
That's I guess technically not a crit. It's just a 33.
Just a 33. That's fine. Going to make a test.
I mean, you could, spend a little bit of bardic stuff and try and, I don't know, bump it up to a 40.
Fucking close. God damn.
That was staggeringly
Woo.
close. I was like, there's no way unless I crit. God damn.
Well,
Yeah, your senses brush over him, and for a moment he looks irritated, and one of his, to you, illusory, vibrant, perky little Anubian ears sort of twitches irritably in vaguely your direction, and you think for a moment he's about to turn around and look at you again, until he just reaches back and scratches the back of his head, presumably just the hairs on the back of the neck, the hackles must have risen for him and made him momentarily uncomfortable. And yeah, you can focus your detection of magic. You sense illusion. Go figure. How much is detecting magic on someone able to discern? I suppose more a question for you, the maker of the system.
Well, luckily Detect Magic has actual specific rules, so let me just go show you them. Right quick.
Also, I demand some of whatever it is you're snacking on right now.
They're peanuts.
Peanuts.
Are you dousing them in Coke?
I sure am, Chief. That's why I got the peanuts, because I had
disgusting.
one last sip of Coke.
Grant didn't go far enough.
You detect.
I can't believe an ancient vampire would be a loot pinata.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah, the dinner spork.
Fair enough.
Like, these are no less anything weird than, like, what we've got.
It's true, I did have a magical fork at one point.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Oh, well, yeah. No shit.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, it's a remarkably. It's kind of what you would expect if you'd casted Detect Magic on yourself. Like, it's got some magical equipment on him, and then just like some vaguely bardly things on his person. That magic flask could be a liquor, or it could be lube.
Oh no,
Same.
I cast Detect Twink, and I detected a Twink.
Yeah. And then the longer you focus this magical effect, it goes beyond the magical items. And with the magical effects, there's one last keyword. I think this is the fairest way to describe it.
That?
Hmm.
Oh.
You've never seen this keyword before. You stare for a long time at Venti, and to you, the word comes unbidden to your mind. It is the most fitting way to describe the keyword.
And that's just an effect on him?
Mm-hmm. It is an
Oh.
ongoing effect, and it is underneath all the other ones you could detect, including the illusion.
Hmm.
Oh, so that's what actually keeping him staying.
Yeah, because he doesn't look like he's been feeding if he's, like, looking that bad.
I will not inform whatever else it is that you can see about them. I'll let you try
Yeah,
and...
this is just me making assumptions.
Yeah, it's a fair
Yeah.
posit.
Yeah. Because
What about
we
the
know for a
hypothesis?
fact that he's a vampire, not a mummy or anything else. He's a whole ass, the first vampire. And
Yeah.
he could have been mummified, before he rose again.
He's
a
what
fair point.
one would call an antediluvian.
Yeah. But to end up looking like that, something's wrong. A vampire should never look like that if they're in good health. And the hunger
Yeah.
blazing in his eyes.
Unless, like, he's intentionally trying to, like, starve
Fasting?
himself.
Yeah, he's starving himself.
Or the sanity is keeping the hunger in check. But the hunger will always be there, but he's in control.
Or alternatively, we're looking for something positive, and in reality, the sanity keyword is just keeping every creature around him from going insane in the presence of the greatest fear aura there's ever been in reality.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
He could actually be like a Nosferatu.
Yeah, he could be like the first Canite or whatever.
He is the first vampire.
Like,
Yeah.
I would
So
not be
Savin,
surprised if Venti here has, like, a DC 30 fucking terrifying presence aura.
DC 25 charisma saving throw versus terrifying presence.
Yeah.
so Savin, I'm immune to fear. Let's go kill him.
Alright, go clap his ass. Actually, hold on.
No,
Ralu,
I did that too.
yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure you did.
I
Oh,
blame
man.
you.
I'm not telling
Man.
Ralu about this.
Also,
Oh,
alternatively,
man.
this is just showing that like, this vampire is trying to live in like penitence in like actually trying to control themselves.
It could be that.
And it must have been like having a goddamn, like a flashlight made of beef jerky.
Alternatively, it could be something imposed upon him. It's
Yeah.
not, necessarily assume any moral character to anything we see until we actually, interact with him a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, having seen that, it's time for me to leave. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Going to go back to the boat and drop my
You probably
disguise in
come-
an alleyway somewhere like halfway there.
Yeah, you probably watch as I've got like just bank tellers coming back and forth from there so we can get counts of gold and get promissory notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be impressed how fucking Cat is able to gargle holy water with his asshole.
Yeah, we get to the boat. A haunted-looking Khas is just gonna go up and tug on my sleeve. I heave.
Oh, how did it go?
I need your help.
Anything. And she'll crouch down and like look in your eyes.
I need you to give me a holy water enema.
Eh?
She takes 1d6 psychic damage, but then will nod. Okay, whatever you say, sweetie. I've never seen you so serious in all my life.
Ralu just watches them walk off in utter bafflement.
I need you to shoot holy water into my asshole.
Directly out of your titties. It's important.
Yeah, she's gonna hold it and fire it like a super soaker down your spread cornhole. Blam! Be cleansed!
He didn't look well.
Get perched.
Oh well.
The crying game.
You want to talk to the tellers too, right, Ralu? They're here as well.
Yes, deal with that. I needed the both of them for this evening, but
I'm sure we'll catch up to them.
I already talked to Maive and Cass. Will just I can sign for them. It's fine.
Perfect. Up my bank account balance here.
Yeah, your bank account is updated, and indeed, like most people on this ship are like, handing over signings for promissory notes as people are coming back and forth to cart, like very specific. You can see they have these metal tins for carrying the exact weight of X Y amount of gold. I'm sure you've seen a count box before. It fits exactly that amount of money and no more, no less of it.
Of course,
Account
see
box
'em on the
doesn't
regular.
shut properly unless you use it like that. Yeah, let's see here. Once you've gone for no reason, yeah, it's fine.
Totally fine.
Well, I'm not told anything. So does the day pass, or more stuff going on?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to take the rest of Cass's day. He's going to have to go talk to you guys.
My thing is going to happen at high moon, so if anyone else has something they want to do.
No, I've pretty much done everything I need to here.
All right.
So yeah, then Khas.
Karin, Kinathis?
No, there's not much shopping to be done. Correct.
I don't think anything's changed since we left, but that's a
No,
question.
you've not been
Yeah.
gone long enough. You have a wander in and nothing has changed. There's not been a month.
The shops haven't refreshed.
Yeah,
I
I'm
will
sorry, you
pick
can't
up-
quick save and quick load to refresh the shops here.
I will pick up all of the Eastern foodstuffs that I had ordered, and as well, I will return with a very, very big hat.
Oh, is that a hat-shaped parasol? What's it?
It's for Ken.
That makes sense. It fit him well.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah, very dashing.
I feel.
A thumbs up
Wow.
from members of the ship.
I would like to pay a local smith for access to his shop.
Sure.
Are
They will
any
ask
of
for
them
like
willing?
5 gold. Yeah.
Done.
And then they'll give you 5 gold and then go fucking take a nap, I guess.
Well, yeah, I gotta use it at high moon. So I am going to ask, Karin and, Khas to show up.
At like midnight, you mean?
Yep.
Yep.
High moon.
High moon,
Well,
the
I got
witching hour.
stuff to do. Is it important?
Yes, I suppose I can ask our local Omnitheus then. It's, to imbue a sentient weapon with extra properties requires a ritual.
You mean your scythe?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Last time I had you pray to. My brain just went to Moon Mommy. What's her actual name?
The Eternal Consort, I believe, right?
Yeah. Her name though.
The Eternal Consort.
She doesn't have a name.
She is nameless.
Oh,
She
okay.
is the Eternal Consort. There is no name ascribed to her in any record you've ever seen.
Last time I had you pray to the Eternal Consort while I was doing it, the scythe is it's not a shard of her, but it was forged by her hands. Very particular in how it gets treated. If you're busy, though, I will tap the Omnitheus to do instead.
Yeah. I'd love to help, but this Venti thing's kind of a big deal.
Oh,
You want to do it after I'm done upgrading my weapon?
I don't know if we're gonna end up killing him. I'm just gonna spend tonight sneaking around.
He did grievously injure people, someone that we consider a friend.
Yeah, like 1,000-something years ago.
And do you think sin gets any lesser because of the passage of time?
Yes.
Fair enough then. Big shrug.
Ain't that's the whole point of, like, redemption? Atonement?
If you believe so. But how do you know it's not a put on?
I don't, that's why I'm fucking going to investigate!
Mm-hmm. Alright. Well, be safe.
I'll certainly try. This guy's fucking terrifying, though.
Do we even have anyone on the ship that's as good as shadowing as Khas is?
His
Loam's
second best is
pretty
Loam, I
close.
think.
What's that?
It'd be like,
Second sneakiest on the ship is Loam.
Do you
My
want to
stealth
take?
is 12.
Do you want to take Loam with you?
No, it's just more chances for one of us to fuck up. And if it's... Whether it's one or two of us, if we get caught, we're just fucking dead skis if he wants to.
why?
Because he's
If
a
I don't-
fucking ancient vampire, that's why. He'll just rip my head off.
No, I mean, why are you need to do the whole sneaky, suspicious thing instead of like openly?
Because he's one of the greatest deceivers and liars in history who managed to convince all of Hagen's most fanatical followers to open their arms to him, and then he fucking killed all of them and turned them into vampires. So maybe, just maybe, I don't trust what he says at face value.
I still think that just means we should kill him now.
I would like to be sure of what we're doing before we do anything. I don't want
Okay.
not necessarily innocent, but certainly a person who's on the path of righteousness is blood on my hands. For quite literally no reason.
Before you go, would you at least accept a death ward from Karin then?
Oh, mine put one on me this morning.
Okay.
My finger guns. Everyone,
Okay, that-
without
that-
doubt, without fail.
Okay, so. Well, I guess you already talked to Hagen about this.
Yeah, and he just said, use your best judgment, which, like, okay, great, thanks.
Well, that's less
Well-
than helpful.
That's
I thought that was helpful.
well, I have a
How is that helpful?
Because if he was definitely evil, we would have just been told to smash.
And if he was definitely good, we'd have just been told no.
That's right, which means that there is at the very least some judgment call to be made instead. But, presumably not an imminent, deadly threat.
Yeah, which is why I'm doing
Maybe he's
all the
defiant.
sneaky. And there was
yeah, but-
certainly something weird about him, other than just being like, under all those illusions. But he had a weird magical aura. It was like pure sanity.
Your sanity?
Confused noise. Pure sanity?
Yeah.
Like as in like a blessing from Kyla kind of sanity? Or...
I don't know. Maybe.
Fair enough.
He looked like he'd been
Okay, now that's-
starving, I can tell you that much.
well, wait, what?
I've just pondered.
He looks like he's starving. He's covered in magic items. He has this incredible, like, blazing hunger in his eyes. But also,
And-
like, one of the only other auras around him. The only way I can describe it is just sanity.
Like he's been infused with it so that
I don't know.
he's sane, or
I don't know.
What do you mean he's?
I was supposed to know he's just a little guy.
Yeah. I know,
How
yes.
the fuck would I know? I standing 10 meters away from him doing a detect magic, and then I ran away.
Okay, like you said, he's starving. Like, how does it look like starving? Like,
I mean, he looks
person
like he's
starving,
fucking
or-
emaciated. Have you ever seen a guy starving to death? He looks like that.
Yes, yes, they have.
Yeah, so that, but twinkified.
You took a perfectly good twink and made him a raisin.
5 does that every night, and it's fine. This is worse.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, then that doesn't sound like he's been doing well any
Maybe
feeding
not.
at all.
That's why it's worth finding out for sure
Yeah, that's
before we just completely leave this
Hmm.
matter behind us.
that
And
is
one
the point of all
question.
this.
I have one question that's been nagging me. He's the first vampire, right?
Yes?
What the fuck did he become a vampire?
Who knows?
I
None of
would
us.
assume it's something that he did wrong and was punished by Hagen, which would also explain why he had such vitriol burning away in his evil little heart to make an entire council of Hagenites fall to a similar curse passed on through his blood.
He bears a deep hate in his heart,
Yeah.
a neutral hate.
What makes a man turn neutral?
I don't
Lust
think...
for power, gold, women, men.
I
Oh.
don't think this is neutral.
You go ahead and investigate and run back in case if anything goes bad. Me and
No.
Karin are going to feed the scythe. I've only paid for this evening. Hopefully it's done quickly.
Yeah, I will.
But if
Say this.
anything goes wrong, just run back to me.
Oh, you better believe I will.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even want you to go along with this, but
Unfortunately,
just
no one else other than
extreme-
Loam can really sneak, and like I said, if like more people, is just more chances for something to go wrong with something like this.
Yes, but that's what I mean. Don't do the whole sneaking in there by yourself against the first vampire that is probably gonna find your ass or smell your ass because it's been in your ass.
You throw it from
Just-
behind you here and oh.
Yeah, so more than likely, I say this from like I want to make sure that you're safe and not get bunched up or screwed up in the head or just
I'm
turn
way
into
too late
salts
for
and
that.
buried in the or just get turned into salts and buried in the desert somewhere. I care enough about that I don't
We
want
can
you
just
to do
be
this
in the
alone.
vicinity. Cass is good at running immediately in a death ward will protect him from immediately getting destroyed. At which point we can jump in. Let's just be a safe distance away.
I have complete confidence in you, darling. You go ahead and do your thing.
Just stealth mission. Cass puts on his fucking bandana.
We literally all just saw him turn invisible and slit 7 throats.
Yeah, it is true.
yeah,
Very, very recently, you've seen Cass be an unbelievable stealth badass and breach clear
Yes.
3 different enemy facilities after killing everyone on the roof.
Against mortal humans.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try and pick a fight with this guy. for the
Yeah,
record.
Cass isn't going up there to perform the clandestine murder.
He's not going to try and pit the first vampire,
Yeah, but that's also another point.
There's applause from
they
Maya when
have-
she makes sure that you have the Twink Slayer icon on your person.
You
just in
better
case.
believe I do. Why would you
Just
ruin this
in-
reveal for me?
Yeah, you better have that on you.
Just
Let's
in
take a look,
case.
again.
Yeah, yes, okay, but
Well,
but still, it's the point of you just.
Wait, hold on. Scout, did you put this in the game knowing this was going to happen?
All right.
Why would I give you that? Right after telling you about the evil Twinks?
I mean, we originally thought it was for against Python type things, but
It is, but did I plant it here for the secondary threat, legendary Twink enemies? Maybe? Maybe?
Go on, Cass.
Alright. Later, friends.
Good luck.
Yeah,
You are prayed for.
I am definitely
Okay.
going to cast another D8 Bardic Inspiration die on myself.
man, it's gonna be so sad if this fucks up and I find out later on, like, what the hell happened to Khas? I haven't seen him in a while. He went to go sneak against the first vampire. He did what?
You know what? I'll throw freedom of movement on it.
Oh!
It lasts a bit
Would
short
you
rest.
like a enhance ability?
Sure, but make it for intelligence, because I'll have invisibility up for stealth anyway.
You got it.
Wait, no. Charisma, in case you talk yourself out of a shitty situation.
But I'm already really good at that.
Yeah, true.
I'm way better at talking than I am at investigating. Let's put it like that.
I'll be casting this as a 3rd level spell.
Woo!
Which will grant you an additional 20 temporary hit points. So you have 30 temporary hit points.
Woo! Could you print the card on that? I forget how long that spell lasts.
Until a short rest.
Oh, thank God. Alright. Well, yeah, later, friends.
Alright.
That freedom of movement will probably be the difference between me surviving this or not, to be completely honest.
Slows, immobilized, paralyzed, and restrained. Okay.
Right. And yeah, as night falls, Khas is gonna try and sneak into Venti's fucking estate here, or wherever it is that he lives.
I'm sure this will go well.
He lives in a cute little cloister attached to the chapel. It's like there's a 1-floor building, like student apartment size. It's not very big at all. It doesn't appear to be.
Right. Well, yeah, I will wait. Actually, if he's not around, that gives me a chance to look in there, like, undisturbed, since it's a small place, so... Yeah, before night falls, while he's still doing, priest shit. God damn it. Yeah, Khas will try and sneak in. Of course, he well expects this place to be trapped to shit.
Okay, give me an investigate, please.
Alright, I will do so. With Advantago. 22.
You detect a trap.
Gasp.
It appears to be an alarm spell.
Alright.
Makes sense.
Intruders have entered the complex, Master.
I will try and disable that.
Shall I add a hand?
Righty. Yeah, with advantage. Oh, crit!
Yeah, okay. You are able to disable the trap and even leave it looking like it is intact and functioning.
Bueno.
You can slink inside and shut the door behind you. What you see probably gives you a weird feeling of vertigo. It's really similar to how your bedroom looked when you were like a college student. It's got like the large, I invite lots of people here for fun bed at the back next to end tables on either side. Like the bed's the nicest thing in this apartment. Otherwise, there's a small chiller chest for beverages. The countertop, a really small cooking area. Out back is a washroom. Like it's just a really quaint little college student apartment. There are instruments like everywhere. Like one of the walls, actually right at this moment, they are all making at least some vague sound because they're mounted on the wall that touches the Omnitheus chapel, and it's just sort of singing with the reverberation of people on the other side walking around or singing or talking. Like it's just thrumming with little vibrations. There's so many of these different instruments from all over the world and from very many different timelines that it's not cacophonous. They're all tuned, thankfully. But it's like this constant reverberous low hum of many instruments at once, singing with the sound of 1,000 lives.
Khas thinks back indeed to his own giant collection of instruments. My god, he really is just like me.
There, but for the grace of Mive go you.
He's you in 20 years.
He's me if something bad happened to Mive.
Yeah, you have the ability to come back as a vampire. You could turn yourself into an
Oh
arc
my
vampire
god, you do.
like Venti and just become the Baba Yaga, the John Wick of fucking deserts. And the only
Keeping
person who
house
could put it,
Trinity?
the only person who could put a stop to your kill rampage is Venti, the first vampire. Kid, there's nothing but darkness at the end of this story.
Why is he talking like Keanu Reeves?
You may be the upgrade, but I'm the original. And there's just some things you learn with time.
Alright, well, time to search this place. Let's see if we can find any indication of who Venti really is.
Yeah, okay. Give me a fresh investigation check.
Alright. Aw, 30. God damn.
A 30 is pretty darn spicy. While you are looking around, you think, in fact, I will ask you, the player, where would Cass hide something in a college apartment?
Where would Khas... I mean, it's gotta be under his bed. Like,
Alright.
the most obvious spot, but not like just regular under the bed. There's like a floorboard you gotta pull up, and on top of the floorboard is like something mildly embarrassing. So like, you go down there and you see it, and you're like, "Ah, no, you found me, the totally straight dude's dildo collection. Ah, no."
You find his Swedish penis pump.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? No, yeah, you find a 1.5 foot long sex toy of what you would describe as baffling features and vertices. It is boggling to your mind from the very origination of that term. You finally understand what it is to have a mind boggled as you try and observe the entirety of this dildo and figure out what exactly it is about this thing. It looks like it's always changing. You can't seem to grasp any singular facet. This is the Lovecraftian equivalent of a sex toy.
Man, this would be fucking cool if I didn't know the guy looked like a goddamn piece of dried old bacon.
Like beef jerky. Yeah, you've been cursed with knowledge.
He's a guy that could take the Ruby King that I've got in my room.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, thinking back to indeed his own college dorm castle, shift the fuck toy box out of the way and try and pry up a floorboard.
Yeah, with the 30, you even can see like the tiny bit of it looks like a bit of feather from a pillow is just underneath the crate that has these sex toys in, and as you slide the crate across, you can see the feather moves. Take note of that, to put it back in the correct position afterwards. And yeah, there is a false floorboard, a wooden floorboard set against a solid sandstone setting. You're way too close to the water for there to be a basement here. This thing's next to the ocean and on top of a freshwater spring. It's not happening. So if you're expecting to climb into any super endless holes, think again. But then your entire arm disappears into some unforeseen depth, and you're left scrabbling around. That said, you have Mage Hand, and you can scrabble really far, and it catches upon a number of objects. You can hear metallic things clinking gently together. You can hear a rustle of maybe paper or leather.
Yeah, Castle. Try and bring it up, see what's going on here.
Yeah. As you pull this object out, you can see that although covered in dust, this is a brilliant, like, blood red leather wrapping for a book, probably only 20 pages deep of a book, or the paper is classic vellum. It's 20 pages of vellum inside this singular leather binder. It must be magical. It is covered in so much dust that you would expect it to have been destroyed by the weight of the dust hanging upon it. You can see that there is evidence that dust has been wiped away occasionally, like, a hand brushing across the front. There's a streak where the dust is thinner in one place than the other. You can see the edges of fingers. As you pull your hand away, you can see your own fingers are probably resting in the same spinal position. Mage hand's fingers, I suppose, more correctly. The book is unembossed, unmarked, besides its brilliant color.
Mm-hmm. This definitely feels like something that might also be warded, just because of how strange it is. Presumably how important. I'm gonna throw a detect magic here before I go any further.
Sure.
That's a 28.
Yeah, you've seen this kind of magic before. It has preservation magic upon it.
Well, if that's all, then I will just open the book and we'll see what there is to see here.
Okay. The very first page is a Renaissance era painting, but it has been done in what appears to be black and grey, sort of like clay chalks and crayons, and it has been very clearly drawn with like these thick, deliberate strokes that on their own look clumsy and unrealistic, but as you zoom out on the page, as you hold it further away to observe the page in its entirety, you can see that all of these singular, thick, bold lines all meld together into a quite beautiful piece of a lady with, you would see, like, pale skin and little bright blue specks that must be the eyes, and long, deep curtains of lustrous red and gold hair. A number of these are very rich colors. It is a very clumsy but incredibly emotional piece. On the next page, done in much the same style, is a piece of a slender male individual, as you would assume male, probably elven. There's a flick to indicate ears. Again, this untrained hand is just carving raw emotion into these pages of vellum and chalks and crayon.
Do I recognize
Every page.
either of these people?
You can give me a history.
Alright, I will certainly make the attempt. 23. Actually, I'm going to bump that up. I think that's worth it. 27.
The one on the left you think is an interpretation of Iris, the Queen Under the Sands, except there's just little features about it that don't seem to be her. You've, very obviously, you could see this is an amateur work, emotion aside, but there are enough subtle differences buried in the face. The colors of the eyes don't match up, things like that. This might be her mother.
Oh, Lord. He had a crush
The
on Iris's
male,
mom.
the male figure you don't recognize. I don't know. I don't think you would have ever seen a relative of this person. They don't look like Venti, despite their slender frame. They're actually quite masculine for an elf. You can see they've managed to do like quite a lot of love and affection, where they've put more work into the definition of the jawline and the collarbone and the shoulders. Like they've clearly focused on these parts of this person that they found most attractive. Again, amateur work, raw emotion, but yeah, you can see that this is a relatively masculine elfin figure, maybe half elf. When you flip the page over, assuming you do so.
Yeah.
On this is another 2 pages. And this you recognize quite ably as 2 different musical scores. The left has a title above it. Ode to Henibane. And on the right, stanzas of Rickard's Rapier.
Son of a bitch.
And yeah, you're a trained musician. You can see that Ode to Henibane follows very familiar patterns for classical love songs. They're not complex. Like a child could probably play these, assuming they had put in like a few months of education beforehand, enough to read music. A child could play this. The Ode to Henibane is simple and definitely not subtle. But it has been done again with clear love and affection. It's not been done with crayons and chalk like the images were. On this, you can see that there is a brilliant green ink is being used. They're like old classical natural inks. There were some greens that were thought to, when written, inspire the artists who is drawing upon them in this rich color, and that the qualities of that song would never fade. Realize on longer observation that Ode to Henibane isn't just simple and unsubtle, it is almost a precursor song. You can see that there are shapes to it very familiar to other romantic songs historically that you have probably played yourself and heard played ad nauseum. There's framework to it that is very familiar.
Primeval music.
Stanzas, yes, stanzas of Rickard's Rapier is more like a soundtrack that you would use to accompany a wicked flighting. Like you can see like how the musical notes have been drawn. There's like this lilt that you can almost hear someone delivering like a rhyming stanza, essentially. Like there are no words written to this, but this is the soundtrack to someone getting a burn. And you can see that some of them have a more vicious notation to them, but they all seem to mellow off right at the end. All of these. Give me a charisma saving throw, please.
Okay. 16.
Yeah. You hear this music. You can hear it like alive in your head. These jokes that are being told, they all seem to fall off into like fond, loving laughter, the kinds of noises that you would make before dropping backwards into the arms of someone who's waiting for you. It's this warm and wholesome feeling. It doesn't completely tug at your heartstrings, but you can feel it resoundingly for what it is.
Castle put a hand over his heart. It's the sort of thing he'd write to, like, rub at Ralu if she did something goofy.
Yeah, you can, like, there is, looking at this stanza, the shape of this song, there is definitely some ribbing, some jibe in there, but it falls off into this wholesome familial fondness, this love for a partner.
Yes, fucking Twink and his wife and boy wife. Oh man.
Wife boy symbol.
What did Hagen do to them? Castle flip through a little more forward. I guess just put the book back. That doesn't seem to have anything insidious in it.
Flip a little bit more forward, there's another chalk and crayon image that has been drawn, and this one I'm going to ask for a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh. No! Oh, no uh-ohs.
A crushing wave of agonizing sadness pours over you. You don't fail the save so much that you are crippled by this, but you are still struck fully by it this time. There is an image that looks like someone has put together the sunburst cross of Hagen and diagonally driven it deep into the earth, and there is someone's arm reaching out from beneath sands, and the hand is reaching out as though there is someone waiting to grab at it. Blood is dripping from fingernails, on this furious, aching red, and there are tears running down your face in thick waterfalls, basically. You have absolutely no control over your tear ducts right now. You haven't drifted into ugly crying like you aren't, hyperventilating. You've been struck physically with this sensation and your body is responding with tears, but nothing else is following. You don't have the attachment to this moment. You weren't there for it, but you are observing someone else's moment.
Okay, I gotta keep going.
The page next to that is auspiciously blank, but for one singular black streak that has been swept through it from the bottom left to the top right. Like someone's just like flipped a crayon onto its side and just dragged it, streaked it hard across the vellum. There's like even probably very faint marks where it's been tugged and nearly torn at. And what follows over the rest of these pages is this very clear and obvious mental decline. There is this burning, bleeding, sorrowful guilt, and each page you turn is like striking you over and over again with these wisdom and charisma saves that you have near no hope of passing. Every single one, until you're swallowing down an apple made of lava stuck in the base of your throat, suffocating you. And you realize that you're starting to black out, but for real. You're trying to suck down air and it's not arriving. And then a hand lands on your shoulder. The spell is broken. Tears and sweat is just pouring down your face, beaded deep on your forehead, and your clothes feel clammy and stuck to you. You still have the horn on, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, the hand that's resting on your shoulder looks timid and frail, and up close you can see that there is this, calcified whiteness to it, with, there's usually a pink tone to nails underneath. Completely in absence, you could see through the nails to the bone almost. And that hand that's gripping you, it's not gripping you fiercely, it's just fully trembling as the person leaning over your shoulder is trapped in whatever woes it is that you've pulled out of this book. I'd appreciate it if you closed that.
With physical effort, Cass will not snap the book closed, but use one hand to close it.
And then, much like you might do, a mage hand plucks it from your hands and rests it back in the hole from whence it came. Was that you earlier, watching me?
Yeah.
Where'd you get this magic item then? And their hand leaves your shoulder and gently flicks the horn on your head.
Cass is just still, like, sitting at the edge of the bed. I'll just crane his head back to look up at Venti. Lich?
And ponders. Don't know any liches.
You certainly
think
seem
I
to
do,
know
at least.
you.
Ah, that's a shame someone I knew has turned into a lich. Well, they were probably bad then.
Yeah. Guy that made the puzzle boxes in the vaults.
Ponders. Oh, that's a shame. He was... Okay, well, he wasn't nice. He was pleasant to me. A shame he's gone. Or maybe not, because he's a lich. He's probably better gone. Can't enjoy life if you don't have life, so, you know. Were there clues in his home that directed you to me?
He had a statue of you made of platinum.
That must have sent him a pretty penny. Was it hot?
Oh yeah, smoking. And it was, like, given the same pride of place as all of the gods.
Oh, wow. Dang, that's sacrilegious. Okay. The hand will now at last leave your shoulder and they walk over to probably like just a writing desk. They grab their chair, pull it out, slide it over around, like just they do the hand whip and then Riker sit. Okay, Cass. What are we doing here?
Well...
Castle, at this point, like, whole ass sit on the edge of the bed. I'll let invisibility drop the rest of the way if it hasn't already.
Oh, it got dropped the moment his hand clamped down on you.
Fair enough. He'll finally remember to stop concentrating on it.
Yeah. You find, like, your wits are still probably quite scattered from being, like, fucking art blasted by this bard book.
Castle.
Which is an incredible phrase. I'm going to hang on to that one for the future.
Cass is just going to, like, twiddle his thumbs and swish his tail.
I was investigating you to see if you were still super turbo evil.
You know, that is a very good question. I'm not sure myself. If that makes sense. It doesn't make any sense. But I'm not.
No,
Emotions have never made sense necessarily.
It
I still feel
does,
the
sort of.
impulse to do harm to others. I still feel hatred and rage and sadness. I wake up with that burning away at me every single day of my life. But I don't do anything with it. So I think that makes me a better person than I used to be. It's been that way for a very long time.
Is that why you're not feeding?
He squints. How much of me can you see? Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, I look like bacon.
Yeah.
Cass is just going to take the fucking horns off. Just
Yeah, and then
onto
you
his belt.
can... Yeah, and then you see, you know, Venti in Twinketh form as he wants to be seen, presumably. Again, you're looking in your Nubian mirror.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Oh, that would have probably ruined us banging for you as well. That's a double tragedy. You have some
Yeah,
top tier
that.
bussy.
Oh, thanks, but yeah, it'll.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, no. If I feed, I will become more powerful than the enchantment that I had put on myself that stops me from being hungry, which sounds like a really self-defeating circular loop. But it was the easiest way I found to cope.
I don't think that's self-defeating. If anything, that's. I mean, that makes sense.
Sure, I mean self-defeating in like the sense that the blessing, the curse I've put on myself that prevents me from acting upon hunger is weaker than the result of breaking that curse. I'm eminently more powerful than any enchantment that's currently on me, but I've made myself too weak to break it. So I have trapped myself quite literally with this enchantment.
But intentionally.
Yes. And because the intent, even if the guilt and the hate and the hunger all go away one day, I will still always be too weak to break it. And that felt like the best I could offer in order to not get turned to white hot ash. As you would expect, made the gods absolutely furious with me. I've made a civilization fall. You don't get off with that lightly. Gods don't like to touch and fuck around with things that people get up to, not in a big way, but like absolutely ruining a generation of the devout for a god, especially a god as vengeful as Hagen it was. It was kind of the only way to survive at the time, and survival was the only thing on my mind. I hated Hagen for a very long time for the things that his followers did to people I love. I don't regret destroying all of them. I don't. I regret that I had to. It's not a good thing for me to say I'm still a bad person in that respect. I can witness it from the outside like its own special kind of insanity.
You still feel like you had to, or just you felt you were pushed to?
I've gone a little bit of both. I say I spend more time sad that it happened, but it definitely had to happen. I couldn't let it go unpunished, taking the people I loved away from me. I think that's something that everyone can understand. I just happened to take it very far.
Yeah. But what did happen?
No.
We know Iris. She doesn't quite remember.
I imagine not. She was left in a home to watch her empire crumble around her. A royal guard. Blood-eagled my husband. Tore out the heart of my wife because they had been told that my partners were evil, for want of a better term. This wonderful, happy, smiling people were killed on the hearsay of a single person, and they said that it was Hagen's will. I, of course, hands and knees, praying for days until the bruises were so deep that my legs wouldn't hold me up anymore. Prayed to Hagen to make that stop, and it didn't work. He wasn't having any of it. So I got up and I did something about it. And the thing I did was terrible. I wanted to see Hagen weep. I wanted the whole world to feel horrid. I got a lot of that out of my system. It's still hanging around. Foul impulses being what they be. But, found a bit of cope. And the gods haven't come and squidged me down. And then I got into religion in a bigger way. Mostly for understanding and partly for the irony.
Khas is just gonna
Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you.
So, you did all that, and you unironically became a priest?
I ironically became a priest, but much like when you do something ironic for long enough, like pick up stupid slang, it just becomes part of your vocabulary. I pretended to be a priest to all gods and a speaker of all of their words, but years ticked by and I found myself believing some of them. I realized one day, when the hunger was really bad, that the person I was about to leap out and bite and kill was a pregnant lady. And I went, no, 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 Venti, pull it in. And that hunger nearly led me to do something that I would feel bad about. That lady wasn't even a Hagenite. I had no reason to hate her. But the curse that had been left on me after killing all Hagen's special little babies really made me do something that I would actually regret. And, the rest is kind of history. That sounds lame, isn't it? The rest of history? Fucking obviously, it happened in the past. The rest happened. Put a big old gash in myself. So that I wouldn't accidentally ice some pregnant mother. And I've sat and starved and tried to understand the gods ever since.
Has it worked? Do you understand?
That's a difficult one. I feel like I still understand as much now as I did the first time I was introduced to the gods. It's more like I've come to accept what the gods are than I understand them more. There's no real secret to the gods. They exist and they are feelings and they are the people's grand interpretations of all of these things. And they just really want to fit that mold,
Mm-hmm.
And as it changes, it changes. You can't understand nature. You can figure out what makes rain come. Pressure. Go figure. You can figure out what causes a drought, but you can't tell the sun not to scorch the earth. You can't beg the rains to come upon a land. And much like a land needs a desert, there are other places that get all of that precious water. The whole ecosystem lives on because a desert exists to itself. And because that. It's the best excuse I got. Best answer I've got. I can't say I understand it any more than I ever did. But I can accept it.
Castle nod at that. Fair enough, I guess. So, let's kind of gesture around. What's the point of just hanging out? I mean, being a priest still, even if you've kind of figured things out?
Nobody else has figured things out. I should impart some of my memory and thoughts. Plus, this city is great. The last one I lived in was also pretty great. The end came eventually for all of those people. Gestures at just like one of the walls. On the other side of that is the statue of a god of wishes who'd let all of his people die. Most of them, at the very least.
And you
Because
remember
they begged
that,
him
too?
instead of do something about it, you know?
You lived through that, too?
Yeah, I lived in Velsia. I was the Omnitheus temple there has been lifted stone by stone from the original Velsia.
And even after seeing that, you still just pressing on, huh?
What the fuck else am I going to do with my time? Go to sleep and hope the world is just different in 1,000 years? I'll be completely out of the loop. I won't know anything that happened in between them because I wouldn't have lived it and I wouldn't have witnessed it. And I think that's lazy and cowardly. And I've gotten to enjoy things. I've gotten to enjoy a lot of things. Flash 2 finger pistols.
Castle,
And I've had I've had some things approximate to love. Never the same as the first loves. Never the same as. I'm not going to get into the big old cycle of it again. Still, I've done my best to live without living too well. Otherwise, I feel like I was giving up, and that surviving all of that is a waste. And I don't want that to be the case. Would you? If you were told right now, Khassid, frick. He pauses to remember your name. Khassid, you are right now a glorious hero at the height of your greatness. Your friends and you have incredible power and fucking staggering wealth and do very well for yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of this adventure, do you expect to just suddenly become dead? And for that to be the complete end of you?
I mean, it's a possibility, but ideally not.
Well, the same is with the flip side. I went out on my great big glorious evil revenge and made it out the other side alive. Although I wasn't hoping I would make it out alive. Again, just to sort of play that sort of mirror opposite thing, gestures a couple times. But I did make it out the other end. So I'm going to make the best of it. I probably don't have an afterlife waiting for me. I think Hagen's probably still pretty steamed about me.
Maybe not as
much
much
like
as you think.
I don't think he forgives me, but I do think that he understands me.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because I knew him as Wrath. That was classic. Classic Hagen was a real dickhole.
Before we came here, we did a great big pray to Hagen, because we saw your statue, and we put the pieces together about who you really were.
Very clever.
And we said, okay, well, is he an... Yeah, we asked Hagen, is he an evil villain that needs to be slain, plotting the downfall of New Velsia?
Ooh, let me guess his answer. Maybe.
No, not quite.
Mm.
He said, when we asked if we should, stop you, kill you, he said, you decide. Use your best judgment.
Oh, you're right. Maybe it was a dumb one. It was definitely going to be that. Alright, well, what have you decided? He'll rest, just elbows on the back of the chair as he's, Riker posed at you.
Well,
what's it going to be? Are you going to try and destroy me? Because I will fight you back. I've lived all of this time. I'm not about to pussyfoot out of eternity,
I mean, are you doing anything wrong, though?
No, not really. I mean, I might. maybe I'll fall in love again, and maybe they'll be killed again unfairly, and the rage will just be stronger than my desire not to use it. I am very dangerous. Letting me live is hoping that I'm never dangerous again. I never act on the incredible deadly power I have. That's the fairest thing to say. Do you think, looking at me right now, that I will go through that whole cycle again?
Khas is just gonna rest his chin on the tips of his fingers. Maybe,
Fair answer, frankly.
but
Leans
it's
back
not
and
about
stretches.
hope about what'll happen. It's about belief that atonement and redemption and people getting better and making better choices is real. That people can change.
I mean, it's a very nice thought. Gods can change, but again, they're changed by the people around them.
Aren't we
Yes, that
all?
means people can change. Yeah, yeah. Well, as I say, I am a deadly, deadly weapon. I'm one bad day away from making it everyone's problem that I'm still around. But I'm trying not to have that bad day ever again. I got my checks and my balances, and sure, it sucks to be jerky, but I can't eat without killing someone. And I can't afford to become that powerful again unless I really need to use it to fuck some people up.
Well, I mean, if you're resisting the temptation, if you're actively putting in the effort, if you want to not be a monster, that's what matters.
Conflicted. I enjoy being a monster. I just don't want to take it out on people who don't deserve it. But nor am I going to go out there looking for secret villains, because I'm not going to know everyone's situation. Go out there and be a superhero or any of that shit. Jumping down into alleyways and bashing people. Then, ooh, I found out it was actually they were in the middle of some non-con play, and I've murked a dude who was
Did you know the
a
world's
good
ending?
time. Yeah.
There's like
Wasn't my
literal legions of super turbo evil cultists who are trying to kill everybody in the world.
They're not. I can't blame them. I was tried to kill everyone in the wild.
Well, yeah, and you recognize that was like not a great thing to do.
And if I kill all of them, will any of them get a chance to recognize it?
Admittedly, probably not, but they're actively doing it right now. Like, someone has to stop them or we all die. That's sort of the awful thing about it.
I have faith in you guys' ability to handle it, but if you want to, I suppose you could load me like a big gun and aim me at danger and hope that I disarm myself afterwards.
I don't necessarily want to. I don't even necessarily think we need to. Saying if you
I think you've got
wanted
it handled.
to find, like, an actually worthwhile use of your time, something worthy of someone of your level of power, if you just wanted to just not be jerky for a while.
But, I mean, that honestly is the most compelling argument, the not being jerky part. I'm worried that, killing evil cultists is very easy to excuse. You don't know how addictive it is to, like, drink a dude to death? All puns aside, it's fucking awesome. I might start making excuses for myself why the next person should die. That guy experiencing a little non-con, non-play in his fucking alleyway with his missus, I don't think that far ahead the next time. And then he's snacular. And then I've done something shitty. and then I'm really well fed and I want more, and then that pregnant mama don't make it. It's like all of those kinds of thoughts. It's irritatingly conflicting because I do want a good excuse to go out there and fucking eat people, but I don't like the idea of what that does in the long term for the survival of this world. Because then heroes will come and try and stop me, and then either they will destroy me embarrassingly, or because I'm immune to turn undead, I'll fucking kill all of them. Drink their bones.
See, the fact that you're having that sort of thought is, like, basically all it takes to convince me that you're fine. We don't need to do anything about you.
Sweet. What if I'm lying to you? Like, leans forward on the chair again.
Well,
Like, I'm super good at lying.
yeah, I know. That's why went around and, like, was investigating you before I talked to you.
Ah, I mean, all you did was see my secret sadness.
Yeah, but also I saw that you're starving yourself. I'd say to death, but, like, you can't really die. And,
Yeah, I have starved myself to jerkification.
like, why would you do that if you didn't have to? And then Hagen was not telling us, hey, kill that motherfucker. Which, if you were sitting here plotting evil, you'd probably just say, kill him.
I guess. I'm just wanting you to have all the facts. I am an incredibly good liar. I am incredibly dangerous. I will fight to survive.
Man, I don't want
Even though I
to kill
definitely
you.
don't deserve it. Well, then don't, and we can just sort of like shake hands and move on.
Yeah. I
You
feel...
reach over the chair arm and hold out a hand to you.
Yeah, I guess shakes hand.
Sweet.
I feel like semi-compelled I should tell Iris where you are just so she can have the satisfaction of, like, getting to talk to you, but also she might try and kill you.
It would become a fight to the death, and would I feel bad? I might not even feel bad as well, which I think would make you feel bad. Probably make others feel bad, because she's hot and they're very compelling when they're hot.
Yeah. Also, why does the lady in your book look like her mom?
Because I banged her, well, aunt, but
Aunt, okay.
There was some court maneuvering that basically accused her of causing a diplomatic incident, I guess I would say, promising herself to a marriage with a Velsian faction, and then the time spent with me was infidelis, and against promises and oaths made before the name of great Hagen, bringer of sunlight, truth, and justice. These were lies. Hagen never stepped in, and I got angry, and then the rest is how that all turned out. I refused to use the rest is history line ever again. That felt dumb the moment I said it. The rest happened.
Yeah. Also, one other compelling thought about why not to kill you.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay, go.
You've been here for like a bajillion years and you haven't done shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, clearly you're doing something right if you're not going around killing people. And no one suspects you of anything. There's not like strings of murders all around the city. And even the cultists were here doing evil shit and you weren't killing them, and it would have been easy and no one would miss them.
Yeah. If they'd ever come at me though, then I would have killed them. And then I would have eaten them. And then, the aforementioned very dark events would have occurred.
Have you ever thought about moving to Dorado?
A den of vice and sin where someone might break in and fucking rob me for no good reason. I can at least protect my little house next to the church. You snuck in past my alarms, but I was right next door, so I just sort of came in and, well, noticed the open book and could hear the sobbing.
Yeah, but also like, A, the Den of Vice could maybe use someone with a gorillion years of wisdom, and B, if, like, you ever did slip, there'd be people around who could maybe stop you. Not even
be
necessarily
people
kill you,
around
just talk you
to
down.
There'd be people around who could become casualties. And yes, I have a
There's
guerrillion
already
years
all
of
the
insight.
people here.
Right, true, but like, it's a
Yeah.
smaller number for a tragedy. But
Could
that
be
guerrillion
more.
years of insight is also guerrillion years of temptation. And the city of temptation that's a hard ask. That's a